Hey there everyone, this is Rich from Fashion and Fragrance, here to bring you another first impression video. So today we're going to be talking about L'Innommable from Serge Lutens, of course. So this one I'm intrigued to try because, funny enough, even though this was launched in 2018, there is a fragrance in the Gratte Ciel collection along with this called Proie Pour L'ombre, and I absolutely love that fragrance. I'll probably be talking about that fragrance in a coming video, but from what I've seen, a lot of people compare that one to this one. So this is called L'Innommable again. This is the nameless, so a nameless fragrance, right? So of course, as usual, Serge Lutens is very hidden with the notes here. The only two that I see here on Fragrantica are benzoin and cumin. Interesting combination, it sounds like. And I'm trying to think how that would smell like Proie Pour L'ombre, because that one's like a licorice and immortelle fragrance. So kind of intrigued to know what this smells like, so we're gonna get into it. So I'm a little excited about trying this one just because you can find this one fairly easy on the gray market right now. So if I really like this one, if it's comparable to that one, to Proie Pour L'ombre, I'll probably buy this one instead. But let's try this and see what we have here. Again, I like to do either 2 or 3 dabs from these little vials, just because I feel like that gives a good understanding of what it's going to smell like. I can see the comparisons. Again, another fragrance I am already starting to love. I tell you, Serge Lutens is going to make me bankrupt. Okay, so how to describe this one? This is definitely a resiny fragrance, very resinous. I could definitely see the benzoin just because there's like a really strong vanillic undertone to this. I can't help but think that there's probably either licorice or immortelle in this one as well, so I can see the comparisons again to Proie Pour L'ombre, just because while the notes don't indicate it as such, I would definitely say that there is some sort of syrupy, salty, spicy aspect in this fragrance. I'm trying to smell the cumin. Cumin is pretty noticeable in fragrances. I think maybe the cumin is being interpreted to me as licorice in a way. I think it's on the lower end in this fragrance, so it's kind of hard to smell that really noticeable cumin note. Just because anytime I smell cumin in a fragrance, it's very noticeable to me. Some people may come off as body odor-like. I never got that from cumin, so I've actually always been a fan of cumin in fragrances. So really okay with this being in here. It definitely adds a spicy, unique depth to it. I'm trying to think how to describe this one though, outside of it having a vanillic undertone, definitely resinous, definitely some spices going on in here. I think more than just cumin. I would definitely say, again, some sort of immortelle, but this is like if you smell Bureau des Fleurs by, of course, Serge Lutens in the Section d'Or line, that it was like based mainly on immortelle, but more like the herbal, drier aspects of immortelle. I think this kind of leans into that, whereas Proie Pour L'ombre leans into the gourmandy, syrupy aspect of immortelle. So this is going into the herbal, dry route, whereas that one's going into the syrupy, gourmand route. It's very nice though. I'm definitely impressed with it. And those two are definitely not so similar to where I don't think you could own either. Like you can only own one. I would definitely say you can own both of them, just because I think this one's going to go more. Now I could be wrong, of course. It's going to take some time for it to dry down, but currently, as of right now, I would say it's going to go more into like a dry herbal aspect versus a syrupy aspect. I could be wrong though. I will leave my comments in this video to indicate if that in fact did happen, if it changed from what I thought it was going to be based on my first impression. But yeah, it's really nice, very linear, kind of actually, Proie Pour L'ombre is actually pretty complex. It starts off almost like queer Mauresque in a way, because there's a leather note in there, but then it kind of goes into that syrupy immortelle maple syrup style of a fragrance. Whereas this is actually losing that phenolic edge. So I think the benzoin is actually calming down, and these more dry herbal notes are coming out from the immortelle. So yeah, Serge Lutens is a big immortelle fan. He uses it in a lot of his fragrances, and honestly, I completely understand why. To me, it's one of the most complex floral notes you could put in a fragrance, just because it doesn't smell like a floral. It smells like so many different aspects of. It's so hard to like encompass into even one fragrance. So I can definitely understand his love for that note, and it's always blended masterfully. So really good fragrance. I'll definitely let you know if it changes to like that more syrupy quality, but right now I'm gonna say it's probably gonna go into an dry herbal route. Definitely you can see this being worn again year round. I think there's enough of, it's not so deep and dense and sweet that it would be a problem in spring or summer. Likewise, I do think there's enough depth here to last into the fall and winter as well. Again, very unisex too. I usually don't even say gender in my fragrances, just because I think anyone can wear whatever they want. It doesn't really matter. But if I was to go with a gender route, definitely unisex easily. But yeah, definitely another win from Serge Lutens. I rarely ever smell a fragrance from his brand that I don't like. This is another one that I'm probably going to love. But yeah, so that's my video for L'Innommable again. And once more, this is Rich from Fashion and Fragrance. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be doing some more first impressions in the moment here. Goodbye.